Hello my dear student, myself Mahesh B. Koot, and today we are going to discuss sixth part of haloalkanes and haloarenes. So in that mainly we are going to discuss in this class regarding haloarenes. What are haloarenes? In previous class we have discussed regarding the haloalkanes. What are haloalkanes? What are the methods to prepare the haloalkanes? What are the chemical properties, physical properties and optical activities of haloalkanes? We have studied in the previous class. Now in this class we are going to discuss the haloarenes. So what are haloarene, guys? Carefully see the name haloarenes. So split the word, what you are getting? Halo means halogen, yes, arenes means benzene ring. So when the benzene ring, in benzene ring, if you replace one of the H by any halogen atom, X indicates here halogen atom. In benzene, if you replace one of the H by halogen, or one or two or more H are replaced by halogen atom, so such a compounds are called haloarenes. Halo means halogen, arenes means benzene ring. So in benzene ring, if you replace one or more H by halogen atom, then that is called halobenzene or haloarenes, what we can call, right? So here X indicates halogen atom. So you can take an example of, in place of X you can put Cl, yes, Br. So similarly, bromine and all. So this is a chlorobenzene, this is a bromobenzene, or phenyl chloride or phenyl bromide also you can call, right? So this is regarding what are haloarenes and all. Now we will study classification of haloarenes. So haloarenes mainly classified into two ways. Haloarenes are mainly classified into two ways. First one, aryl halide, nothing but a haloarene, where two or more hydrogen atom of the benzene ring is replaced by halogen atom. So this one, right? You can replace two more hydrogen by halogen. So directly the hydrogen atom of the benzene ring is replaced by halogen atom. So those are called aryl halide. So chlorobenzene, 1,2-dichlorobenzene. These are the example for aryl halide. Second one, second classification is nothing but benzyl halide. Benzyl halide. So benzyl halide means next to the benzene ring, whatever carbon atom is there, that one. So see here, CH2Cl. So this is our benzene ring. And next to benzene ring, whatever carbon is there, that carbon is attached to halogen. So this is called benzyl halide. So here chlorine is used, therefore this is benzyl chloride. What is the name of this one? Benzyl chloride. Haloarenes are mainly classified into two ways, aryl halide and benzyl halide. Aryl halide means one or two hydrogen of the benzene ring are replaced by halogen. Next one, benzyl halide, in which the halogen atom is attached to next to benzene ring. Whatever the carbon atom is there next to benzene ring, so to that halogen atom is attached, then that is called benzyl halide. I hope you understood. This is regarding classification of haloarenes. Now we will study how to name that one. That is nothing but nomenclature. Nomenclature of haloarenes. So nomenclature. As in haloalkanes, like that only, haloarenes are also named. So in trivial system and IUPAC system. Trivial means common system. So haloarenes in common system can be named as a alkyl halide, what we can call. So there in alkane, haloalkane, they are named as alkyl halide. Here aryl halide. So phenyl halide, benzyl halide, like that. But in IUPAC, the haloarenes are named as a halobenzene. So how to name that one? IUPAC, halobenzene. So general name is halobenzene. So I can take an example, but in trivial system, what we can call trivial or common system, we can call as a aryl halide, right? So starting from examples, first one, we take this as an example, right? Second one, this third example, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Let's take 6 examples and name that one. Cl here, right? So you can take here also, add CH3 here, add bromine here, then this one, add all the 3 bromine atoms. So here we can add some other group like here. So carefully see here, guys. So let us name these all compounds. First one, what is the IUPAC name? Halobenzene. That means what is the halogen atom present here? Chlorine. So chlorobenzene. What is the name of this one? Chlorobenzene. What is the name of this one, guys? So except chlorine, what we are observing here, this is a toluene, right? Benzene with CH3 is a toluene. So second position we are having Cl. Therefore this is 2-chlorotoluene. So this is a toluene group, right? So except Cl, if you are second position Cl, 2-chlorotoluene we are getting. Next, 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, dichlorobenzene. Dichlorobenzene. This one, 1, 2, 3. 3-bromotoluene. 3-bromotoluene. Next one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 3, 5, tribromobenzene. Next one, here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-chlorotoluene. 4-chlorotoluene. So whenever CH3 group is there on the benzene, we name it as a toluene. But if it is CH3 group is absent, then we name it as a benzene. So these is nothing but some examples for the haloarenes. So how to name the nomenclature of haloarenes, right? So in IUPAC system, haloarenes are named as a halobenzene, and if a CH3 group is present on the benzene, then the nomenclature in IUPAC, the haloarenes are named as a toluene derivative. So in case of trivial or common system, we named as a aryl halide. So this is regarding the nomenclature of haloarenes. Now we will prepare haloarenes. So methods to prepare the haloarenes. Study regarding methods to prepare haloarenes. Methods of preparation of preparations of haloarenes. So first method is from aromatic ring. From aromatic ring. So when we add benzene is treated with halogen in presence of halogen carrier like FeCl3 or AlCl3. So what FeCl3 or AlCl3 does here? So act as a halogen carrier. So when benzene is treated with halogen atom, we are getting halobenzene. Look at here, we are getting halobenzene. Okay. So whatever the H is present here, that H is replace one of the Cl. This Cl2 is there, no? Replace HCl, right? And this H is Cl is added to here. So we are getting Cl with benzene. So therefore the name chlorobenzene is obtained. Yes, chlorobenzene is obtained. This is from aromatic ring. this is our aromatic ring, a benzene ring. When we add halogen to the aromatic ring in presence of halogen carriers like FeCl3 or AlCl3, we are getting haloarenes. So you can take a toluene also. When you take a toluene and add Cl2 to that in presence of FeCl3, we are getting orthochlorotoluene and mixture of orthochlorotoluene and parachlorotoluene. This is orthochlorotoluene or 2-chlorotoluene. This is 4-chlorotoluene. So when we add toluene to the Cl2 in presence of FeCl3 as a halogen carrier, we are getting mixture of orthochlorotoluene and parachlorotoluene. So this is the first method to prepare the haloarenes from aromatic ring. Next one, second method is from Sandmeyer reaction or by Sandmeyer reaction, what we can call Sandmeyer. So Sandmeyer reaction is nothing but, first we should take aromatic amine, nothing but aniline, treat with nitrous acid. When this aromatic amine is treated with nitrous acid, we are getting benzene diazonium salt, which on adding with a copper halide, nothing but cuprous halide, in presence of halo acid, it will give aromatic halides or haloarenes. So two steps are there here. First we have to treat this aromatic amine NH2 with nitrous acid. Nitrous acid is nothing but any HNO2. HNO2 is a nitrous acid. How to prepare this nitrous acid? By adding NaNO2 and HCl in situ reaction. So what you are getting? Benzene diazonium salt is formed. Nothing but N2 plus Cl minus. This is called benzene diazonium. Chlorine is there, you write chloride. Yes, diazo means diazo. Azo is a nickname for a nitrogen. Di because two nitrogens are present. So once you got the benzene diazonium chloride, you treat this benzene diazonium chloride with cuprous halide. So treat this benzene diazonium chloride N2 plus Cl minus with cuprous chloride Cu2X2 in presence of halo acid HCl or HX, whatever. If you add X here, you take X here. So you can get the respective haloarenes, whatever you used. CX plus N2. N2 gas is you already here. So whatever the X you taken, you are getting the X here. So okay, take an example. When you add N2 plus and Cl minus to Cu2Cl and HCl, you are getting chlorobenzene. Yes, you are getting a chlorobenzene with elimination of N2 gas and copper chloride as byproduct. So this is regarding Sandmeyer reaction. In Sandmeyer reaction, this aromatic amine treated with nitrous acid. HNO3 is a nitric acid. HNO2 is a nitrous acid. How to prepare HNO2? By adding NaNO2 and HCl. If you add NaNO2 and HCl, NaCl is eliminated and HNO2 is formed. That is nitrous acid. So this amine group is converted into azonium. That is benzene diazonium chloride. When this benzene diazonium chloride is treated with cuprous chloride or cuprous halide in presence of halo acid, we are getting respective haloarenes. In place of cuprous halide, we can use cuprous chloride, cuprous bromide, right? So we are getting chlorobenzene and bromobenzene. So these are the two methods, important methods to prepare haloarenes. Now we will study what are the physical properties of haloarenes, right? So I hope you understood regarding this much. Now we will study physical properties. Physical properties of haloarenes. Physical properties of haloarenes. So first one, haloarenes have colorless liquids having pleasant odor. They are colorless liquids having pleasant odor. Pleasant means just like ammonia. Pleasant odor. Right? These are colorless liquid and having pleasant odor. First is the physical properties. You know already what is physical property. So whatever we are dealing with the state of that compound. So such a properties are called physical properties. Haloarenes are colorless liquids and having pleasant odor. Next one, in haloalkanes, if you take the boiling point, so boiling point of the iodoarene is greater than bromoarene, is greater than chloroarene, is greater than fluoroarene. So what is the order of this one is nothing but for boiling point I am telling about. For boiling point, iodoarene, that means iodobenzene is greater than, bromobenzene is greater than, chlorobenzene is greater than fluorobenzene. This is because, so boiling point depends on the electronegativity, right? So lesser the electronegative, more is the boiling point. Next one, if you classify regarding the melting point of the para-ortho, para is having more. You can take para is more than, ortho is more than meta. This is regarding melting point. So let us take an example here. When we take this one, paratoluene, then you take this orthotoluene, then you take this metatoluene. Parachlorotoluene, orthochlorotoluene, metachlorotoluene. So here this is having 365 Kelvin temperature as a melting point. Here this is having 255 as Kelvin as a melting point. Here is having 249 Kelvin melting point. So that means when para isomer is having more melting point than the ortho than the meta. So this is because at para position there is a symmetric arrangement and closely packed. So molecules are closely packed. Therefore, to break the molecule, melting means to break the molecule, we should supply more energy to the ortho than the para, then the ortho, then the meta. So this is regarding melting point. And if you calculate the dipole moment, next point is regarding dipole moment. Dipole moment. So fluorobenzene is lesser than chlorobenzene is lesser than bromobenzene, yes, is lesser than iodobenzene. This is for fluorobenzene, the dipole moment is 1.6 dBA, yes, 1.69 dBA. This is 1.7 dBA and 1.76 dBA. So as the electronegativity goes on decreases, dipole moment goes on increases. So this is the reason. Electronegativity decreases from fluorine to iodobenzene. So dipole moment goes on increases. So this is regarding the some physical properties. First physical property is regarding the color and the state. So these are having colorless liquids and pleasant odor. Next one, these are having the boiling point in the order. Iodobenzene is greater than, bromobenzene is greater than, chlorobenzene is greater than fluorobenzene. Next we studied the melting point. So melting point of the para isomer is greater than ortho and meta. This is due to, so in para position there is a symmetry and closely arrangement. So due to close packed arrangement, we should supply more energy to break that one. Therefore, para isomer has a higher melting point than the ortho and meta. Next we studied regarding the dipole moment. So dipole moment of the iodobenzene is greater than the bromo, chloro and fluoro. This is because from fluorine to iodine, electronegativity goes on decreases. If electronegativity goes on decreases, dipole moment increases. So this is regarding some physical properties of haloarenes. I hope you understood. Now we will study haloarenes are less reactive than the haloalkanes. Why? What are the reason to that? So that we have to study now. Regarding chemical properties, we will study on the next class, right? So now in this class, we have to study haloarenes are lesser reactive than the haloalkanes. Why? So reason for haloarenes to be a less reactive than the haloalkanes. Haloarenes are less reactive than haloalkanes due to following reasons. Yes, due to following reasons. First one, resonance. Resonance effect. Resonance effect. So what is this resonance effect? When we take any halogen atom, this is any halogen atom, I will take chlorine. So chlorine having a lone pair electrons here, right? So these lone pair electrons comes here, these comes here. So that means we are getting like this. So here negative charge, double bond with Cl, positive charge, right? Next this electron comes here, this electron goes here. Next one, what you are getting? Double bond here, and here this carbon is taken the electron, therefore we are getting negative charge on this carbon. Next double bond Cl. This chlorine is given electron, therefore plus charge on the chlorine. Next one comes here, next it goes here. So here it taken a negative charge, so here double bond Cl plus. Last step, it will come, so again these electrons are taken by chlorine. So this is nothing but our last structure. That means these are the resonance structure. If we observe resonance structures of haloarenes, so I have taken a chlorine as an example. Haloarenes, you are getting partial double bond on carbon and chlorine. So this double bond, due to this double bond breakage is more difficult than in case of haloalkanes. Haloalkanes, if you take an haloalkane example as a CH3Cl, so there only single bond is there. The breakage can be easily formed and any reaction can be done. So, but in case of haloarenes, there is double bond character. Therefore, there is difficult to break the bond and some other nucleophile to attack on that. So, what we are studying? Haloarenes are lesser reactive. Haloarenes are lesser reactive than the haloalkanes. Why? Because first reason is due to resonance effect. Due to resonance effect, we can easily tell that, so in between carbon and halogen atom, there is a double bond character. So to break that bond, it is a very difficult task. So therefore, there is a difficulty. Therefore, haloarenes have a lesser reactive than the haloalkanes. Second point, instability of phenylcation. Instability of cation. So instability of cation. Instability of benzyl cation, phenyl cation, right? Yes, better. Phenyl cation. So to nucleophilic substitution reaction, when this haloarene means chlorobenzene, bromobenzene, whatever, when you remove that H, you are getting positive charge on the benzene and Cl minus. So this is called phenyl cation. What we can call phenyl cation. It is not stable, it is a unstable, because benzene being a electron withdrawing ring, there is no electron to draw that. So here it is a positive charge, therefore it is highly unstable. Therefore this process will not happen. It is difficult. So on the second point, instability of phenylketones also leads to haloarenes to be less reactive than the haloalkanes, right? Next point, so this is regarding instability of phenylketones. Next point is hybridization. Third point is hybridization. What is hybridization? You know already. Two or more atomic orbitals combine to form a equal number and same energy forming identical orbital called hybrid orbital. So this process is called hybridization. So you know already sp, sp2, sp3, so many types are there on the hybridization. You have studied in the coordination compound, right? So what is hybridization here? What is the relation of this hybridization means? In haloalkanes and in haloarenes. This is haloarene. If you take a haloalkanes like this here, this is methyl chloride, this is chlorobenzene. Sorry, chlorobenzene, this is chloromethane. So this is haloarene. This is haloalkane. So carefully see here in haloarene, this carbon atom having double bond. That means this is a sp2 carbon, sp2 hybridizer. Here chlorine only singly bonded to carbon. This carbon is sp3 hybridizer. Double bond means you know already, double bond sp2, triple bond sp, single bond sp3 hybridizations, right? So these characters you should know these things. These are the basic. So here in haloalkane, the chlorine attached to carbon having sp3 hybridized carbon, but in haloarene the chlorine attached to carbon is sp2 hybridizer. Therefore, by this way, sp2 hybridization means there is a more s character. sp2 hybridization, more s character, more negativity, and hence this bond breakage will not take place easily. If that bond will not breaks, so they will not undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Therefore, compared to alkyl halide, haloarenes are lesser reactive in case of this nucleophilic substitution reaction. This is a third reason to say that the haloarenes are lesser reactive. So fourth reason is due to repulsion of this electron filled benzene ring with this chlorine atom. So again this one is also not breaks. This bond will not break. As a result, so haloarenes having a lesser reactivity towards nucleophilic substitution reaction compared to haloalkanes. I hope you understood. So these are the some reasons why haloarenes are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution compared to haloalkanes. I hope you understood. This is regarding this session, guys. In the next coming classes, we are going to discuss some chemical properties. So what are the chemical reactions of haloarenes, and we will conclude this chapter. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Stay home, stay safe.